last session, session 13, the Gremlins finally got on the road and left for Candlekeep. As they were making their way through the extremely crowded Worms Crossing, Pip's rations were pickpocketed by a young refugee girl, who, after a brief conversation and being just terrified, just a little scared, just a little terrified by the party paladin, was given more food and a good berry to take to her brother, who was also kind of sick and hungry. So that was an eventful exit to Baldur's Gate. The first 2 of the 5 days of travel were also quite eventful. Spark meditated to try to reconnect with his goddess, who's... You picked a good one, man. The name. Melkiki, pretty sure is how you say it. Eris' wife and knife 2 electric boogaloo happened, so Eris now has a weapon bond with her silvered rapier. Spark and Nephira took watch together and debated when would be the right time to tell the group about their situation. The whole thing was very romantic. There were flowers and stargazing and not a whole lot of, actual being on watch. But hey, nothing happened. Pip cast Sending to talk with his sister Lunaria, who said that she wouldn't be able to make it to Candlekeep to visit with Pip, but that she was doing well and helping a local village up the coast. Pip and Eris practiced sparring. Pip did such a good job. Pip really, Eris is such a great teacher. And we left off with Pip having a horrifying nightmare, not really super new for Pip, but where he saw a village burning and Lunaria killing townsfolk. She turned on Pip, slicing his chin with her blade. When he woke up, he was still bleeding, somehow having been injured in both the dream and real life. So as we start today's session, it is a cold but seemingly sunny morning on Coast Way. All of you are huddled in the tiny hut around Pip, trying to get last few hours of sleep or rest as much as possible. You have about 3 full days left of travel, and Spark, you did note that a weather storm, maybe a late winter, early spring storm is probably coming in the near future, in the next day or 2. So you all are not really looking forward to that situation, as it will probably arrive before you make it to Candlekeep. So
yeah, Spark would probably, once everybody's stored in their bags for the next day's travel, be like, hey, we might want to wear our warmer cloaks. A storm's on the horizon, and it might hit us in the middle of today's travel. So better to be slightly more warm than be needing to drag our travel cloak out of our bag. I'm trying to remember Spark's voice.
But yeah, you all see Fisk is there also packing up his things. He didn't really go back to sleep as well after everything that happened with Pip. I'm not sure. I think some of you, our Eris was already on watch, so she was staying up, but I'm not sure about the rest of you. I think you all kind of chose whether to attempt to get some more rest or stay up with and watch over Pip, who's probably did not go back to sleep.
No, absolutely not.
I think the whole party went, okay, we're a bit shy on sleep tonight.
But we'll say you all managed to get enough sleep that it does not give you any levels of exhaustion. So yeah, as this day starts, it's pretty cold, and you all pack up your things. The dome slowly dissipates as you get ready to leave. I have completely forgotten how to DM. I'm like, what is happening? I'm looking at my screen what am I supposed to do?
Doing great.
Oh, cool, thanks, cool. So yeah.
3 weeks off. The rust is absolutely showing on all of us.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Joke's on you, I'm not taking notes, I am judging you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Your evaluation is to be determined. I'll let you know in a couple hours.
Thanks. Oh, we have
Oh,
guests.
no.
We have a guest, a visitor. You know what? This is Gay Pride Month. We're all gonna be fucking wild tonight. All right. It's gonna be a little crazy.
Most of us are gonna ace this month.
Some of us, and then
I
the
hope
rest of
so.
us, who knows? We're just out here.
I got my little ace earrings.
Hey.
Hey. Again, one of my chats has like Goose Game Honk and
Game honk.
in all of the pride flags, and I'm tempted to burn my month of nitro
Nice.
just to be able to ace honk in the arrows and maces chat.
All right, so yeah, you all are getting ready for the day, packing your bags up, and getting ready to head out. You were kind of a little ways off the road. You had camped again in some tall grass off the road, and you're headed south towards Candlekeep. If there's anything you all want to chat with each other, you can, or I'll just kind of move the day along a little travel montage as we go.
Yeah, Spark does not have anything he really wants to bring up at this point. More just waiting until they get potentially close to some woods.
Okay. Yeah, you all, it's pretty early in the morning. It's about 8 or so when you finally get everything packed up and get ready to head out for the day. You spend most of the day traveling. Around 1 or so, you've started to notice that the trees are starting, at least on the left side as you walk, as the right side is kind of, it's not directly the ocean, but the ocean is out that way. But you see on the left side, little thickets of like woods start to appear occasionally and slowly getting more and more woodsy. You're not about to be walking through a forest by any means, but it definitely is not as open as it was for the past 2 days. There's a lot more trees and such. If y'all, y'all see some trees,
Yeah.
I guess. You said you wanted some
Yeah.
trees, I gave you some trees.
Yeah, no. I guess Sparkle Foss is like, you think around here is a good place to put a grave marker, or should we wait until we get back home for that?
I think we should wait until we get home.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you...
What if we don't make it home? And
Why wouldn't we make it home? We're going to Candlekeep, and then we're going home. Like, we can all handle ourselves. I think we've proven that we're capable of beating any of the dangers on the
had a
road.
really rough week, okay, Eris?
I know. Me too.
I mean,
I like to plan for the worst case scenarios. You know that's where my brain goes, Eris. I hope we all make it home. We should.
Well, if it would make you feel better, let's do a grave marker here, and we can do a second grave marker when we get home.
I mean,
It doesn't have to be something big. Just a little something to know that there's somewhere out there with a bit of a memorial for him.
Nephira, I'm not sure if this is going to make you feel worse or better. I think in the past week we've all had very near-death experiences, and we're mostly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, the keyword there is mostly. Can we just stop almost dying, please?
Hopefully the skill sets I've picked up recently will help with that. I know, where'd my D4 go? I was fussing with it in my hand, and it's like, no, I'll remember to cast guidance tonight. I remember I actually have that cantrip.
But yeah, you all kind of take a moment and step off the side of the road towards the trees. You see that Fisk kind of hangs back, letting you all, have this moment to, make a little marker for Valen.
But give me a second. I should have wrote this down. I did ask Jamie, hey. Wow, we really...
Talked about flowers.
Oh my goodness. No, we had, like, other conversations afterward. I thought it was, like...
Search a keyword like flower or something.
Oh, that's what I have.
Oh, okay.
And, okay. So once the grave marker is set, Spark will just quietly kneel down, and even though he knows they probably won't stay long, Drew would craft a few freestanding lilacs.
Very nice.
Cute.
Yeah.
Step back and just offer a quiet prayer that their goddess received his soul without issue.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion check.
Would it be fair to say he senses it and could have guidance on himself?
Sure. Yeah, use your new little guidance. Why not? Roll more dice.
I'm rolling both at the same time. Hopefully this isn't a mistake. Well, I rolled max on the guidance, so let me see what is...
Something.
I don't know this off the
4.
top of my head, given how often you've had me roll it.
I think you have like a +1 to your religion.
Yeah. So, 16 total.
Hey. So yeah, you
I think that's the highest he's rolled.
I think so for religion. So you you all are standing around, taking this moment to kind of think of Valen and also kind of reflecting on everything that has happened in just the past like 2.5 weeks. It's been an event. And you have this kind of little rock that you've placed against a tree, and you've crafted these lilacs, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And as you're kind of kneeling there, you feel this kind of serene calm wash over you, and you felt pretty, not disconnected, but just it was much harder to reach out to your goddess when you were surrounded by just, stone and streets and all the noise of a city. And having been back out on the road for a few days, you think has really done you well.
Good old nature under his feet.
Exactly. You touch some grass.
Touch some grass and his mood is improved.
Yep.
And Nephira's gonna plow, I guess, just an acorn that they had in their pocket and just plant it right there because she'd picked it up in the woods back beforehand. It's like, oh, this is one of those things that makes me think of Alan. I'm gonna keep that and put it in my little treasures next time I'm there. And then she was at Baldur's Gate, so
Very nice. Yeah.
buries it there with a cute little rock on top.
Is Pip or Eris doing anything, or just taking in kind of the moment?
Probably mostly taken in.
Yeah, because Eris is going to do something, when they get back home.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how can I use minor illusion in this situation, but I'm not even sure if his head's even in the right space right now. Anyway,
True, you did nightmare with sister almost killing you.
I almost died, so
Yeah.
Thank goodness you rolled well on that wisdom save.
Having some thoughts about this could have been me.
Could have been adding another one to the grave marker today.
Oh no. Seeing his friends mourn a friend while knowing that he almost just died. So
Pip just had to pick up that book.
He did. Thank you very much.
Absolutely required.
And by that.
But yeah, you all have this moment, spend about 10 or 15 minutes there. Some of you might linger, some of you might, head back towards the road to where Fisk is kind of just sitting. And you all eventually continue on your way. You have maybe 3 or 4 more hours of walking ahead of you before it starts to get too dark, and you're going to have to make camp. And it's kind of a little bit somber coming off of literally the whole day had just really, it's dark and kind of gloomy. Pip almost died. Then you have a marker for a friend whose body you don't have. And it's a time. It's a start to a day. But eventually, there's a little bit of conversation. Definitely not as chatty as the day before. And you see that Fisk is acting a bit less jovial, joker, whatever, not joker, joking less, as since everything with Pip, and the kind of just keeps an eye on the group, doing his best to be like the adult here, even though you all are adults.
We're barely adults.
Yeah, he's definitely older adulting right now.
We're all kids with drinking licenses.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, eventually.
Only one of us is 21, man.
Hey, you can drink at like 7 in D&D, right? So that's fine.
Wait, Eris is the only one who's 21?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I'll be
that.
21 in like 2 months.
Oh, I thought Pip was 21. Oh.
Not yet.
Oops.
I think I said Spark at like 20.
Yeah, everyone else is 20.
Tried to give
I
him
just know
like
Nephira is the youngest.
young optimist by like what, a week? 2
Yeah.
weeks?
Exactly a week.
Yeah.
Very cute.
But yeah, as it starts to get dark, anyone who wants to make a survival or perception check to try and find a good place to camp for the night.
Y'all,
No, I'm so good at perception.
y'all, Spark is still distracted. That's a
Actually, I'm better at perception.
grand total of 7.
7?
Eris got a 10. She's been walking next to Pip this entire time, so she's probably more focused on Pip than finding a place for them to...
Well,
was this perception or survival?
Either one, whichever one.
Oh, okay, yeah, 10. That's
the modifier is same for both. I rolled an 18 and my modifier is a +4. So.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yay!
One of us has their eyes on the road.
Yeah.
Pip got a 12, but Val got an 18.
Okay. So
For
yeah,
perception.
Nephira and Val and the familiars, kind of, as you all start walking, or as you all are walking, they go off the road just a little bit. There's a small, like, thicket of trees, and you think that you could probably find a spot in here, as they're pretty, like, spacious. The trees aren't super close together, and there aren't a ton of, foliage around the ground. God, what is happening? You know what's happening? I'm not drinking a beer right now is what's happening.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
You think not drinking would make you more coherent?
You'd think, but
You would
it
think.
doesn't. And so you're like, this is probably a good spot. It's not super far. It's actually probably closer to the road than any of the places you've camped previously. But you're pretty sure with the dome and the everything that it'll be a safe campsite. So
I know I'm just reaffirming, Pip and I will be taking the first watch, and Eris and Nephira, could either of you please tie a rope between our arms? Maybe some physical connection might make it so that this first nightmare will be warded, or
you'll
might be there
go
with
there too. But what if you get hurt instead, and you're not okay?
Pip, having two people there is better than just you being by yourself.
I'll be there to help, and also I would rather I take the hits than see you wake up bleeding again. I'm sorry if this comes across as me, but I'm a bit sturdier than you. So let me use this. So, wow, I am smiling out of character just because I'm excited to be back at this.
Look, you just gotta cover your face, you know? Just don't let them see.
Don't worry, worst case, you'll have me by your side for this.
I don't think that's the worst case, but okay.
Eris is gonna pull out her handcuffs and say,
I thought you said handgun.
No.
Block, all right? And she's ready.
Pulls out a reskin hand crossbow.
So pull out her handcuffs and say, this will be less comfortable, but it's probably more secure than rope.
Then maybe wait until we're about to go to sleep. And I'm sorry if I'm too tethered to you.
Eris is gonna hand the handcuffs to Spark. Don't lose them.
You have the key, right?
Always.
Alright. And Stark will put them in his pocket for now.
Eris is gonna go over to Pip and to try to get his mind off of everything. I'm gonna pull out the diamond that she bought in the store, in Cassius's store after all the gremlins left, and say, so Pip, I noticed that you did this really cool spell with a diamond, and so I bought a diamond. And could you teach me how to do the spell?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You're like flipping through like a spell book. This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you taught me how to fight. And
well,
you were such a
taught me
great
how
teacher.
to, cast Find Familiar, so...
I guess that's true. Yeah, I mean, in that case, maybe we can have another fighting lesson.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And Pip's gonna teach Eris Chromatic Orb. Let's go.
Yay!
Just both of you give me a Arcana check.
Pip's gonna attempt to teach Eris Chromatic Orb.
And both of them make a concerted effort.
Yay!
I have
Dirty 20!
+8. And I got a dirty 20. Let's go.
Alright, Stark was going to cast guidance on Eris,
Yes.
but
you see that they're like, Pip's got his spell book out, and Eris is like studying hard, and you're like, let me see if I could help. And like, as you get up to walk around,
she gets it.
Eris has already got it. Fast learner, Eris over here.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right, Pip. This means dagger lesson tomorrow. Be ready.
Yes, dagger lesson. It's gonna be fun. Don't worry, Pip.
Are you sure? Are you sure tomorrow? Because I don't know. If it happens again, and then if I have another dream like that,
I can teach you how to throw a dagger real quick right now, or at least the basics of it. All right.
Yeah, we could do stuff tonight.
Just one quick lesson, just so you have the basics. So you will probably not drop it on your foot if you try to throw a knife. All right.
Okay.
Mark
You
will
got those
cast
daggers?
guidance on Pip.
Yes, please.
Mark
Please.
will go over to Pip, place a reassuring hand on his shoulders, like, you got this. I know you have.
All right. You have those daggers that I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Take them and so you make sure you gotta hold it just right like this, okay? Put your hand here. You gotta adjust your grip a little bit.
Oh, like
there,
this?
there. That's better. Like that, yeah. And then throw it like this. I don't know how to throw daggers.
I love it. That's how you throw daggers in the world now. Just take it like this.
Just put your
Hold
hand
it,
around
and
the
you throw
blade. Don't hold it so tight
it's
that you cut yourself.
Like I'm pretty sure with a decent throwing dagger, you hold it by like the tip of the blade, and then you throw it because then the balance.
If it's balanced for throwing, yes.
Yeah.
If you're just taking a random knife, you need to find the balance point, which is less cool in an action film where somebody like pulls out the cutlery and it's like, hold on. All right.
That's So, Nephira, you're giving this lesson to Pip, and you're kind of like showing him how to hold the dagger, where to put his hand, and you two are practicing throwing. There's a tree trunk that's about 15-20 feet away. So go ahead and give me because you cast guidance. Is that
It's only ability check?
Okay, then just give me a sleight of hand. Yeah.
Can I give Pip advantage because I'm helping this process?
Yeah, between you and Nephira, I'd say Pip can throw at advantage and with guidance. Everyone help Pip.
Well, the first roll was a 19.
Okay.
Thank you. I mean, no, never mind, because
the roll was a 16.
Would have been good anyway.
And my modifier is a +6.
Nice. So I got a 21 total.
Roll a d4 and add it to the total as well.
Yeah, okay. Once. So 22.
22. With all this coaching, Pip, you're pretty
22.
quickly able to pick it up, and you're like, all right, I might actually be able to do this in combat. You're like, well, that might be a little more nerve-wracking, but you're feeling pretty good. As this,
yes, you could say Pip's a bit sharp with this.
As you all are kind of huddled around Pip and practicing, throwing these knives, you just hear Fisk go like, I think we have company. Look alive. As he...
Eris is gonna look alive.
Bart's gonna look around and attach your shield.
And Nephira grabs her daggers and slips under Spark's cloak.
Yeah. It's fair to say that Spark probably doesn't always have the shield equipped.
Yeah, it's probably like on his back a lot. But yeah, you, as you all spin around, kind of throwing Fisk off guard as you all immediately start pulling out weapons, attaching armor, as all he said was
ready for Manticore because we just
getting ready
played with it, practiced it. Don't play with spells, kids.
You see that two quite heavily armored individuals seem to be making their way towards your camp. You see one of them looks to be a half-elf with long black hair that's kind of loosely tied in like a half-up, half-down situation. They're wearing nearly full plate mail with a red cloak draped over them. The other person is human female. She's wearing basically a cut-off leather armor and all dark clothing with two swords on her back, and just massive tattoos down her left arm. She has kind of reddish brown hair and also has this very same red cloak over her as well. And you see that they seem to be approaching. Their weapons aren't drawn. They just seem to be walking towards you all, as I assume you probably also had a campfire to heat up any kind of food situation. It's also cold because it's January. It's fantasy January, okay? It's still chilly out. And you see that as they walk up, the half-elf just looks at you all. They're stopped about 20 feet away from your camp. And they just go, are you all in need of any help, or are you refugees?
Can I make a check about those cloaks? Yeah. See if I recognize them.
Spark's also just gonna do his classic vibe check of first meeting somebody.
What should I roll?
Guidance.
History for you.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, history.
I'll do a vibe check.
Oh, natural 20!
Natural 1.
Oh my goodness.
But I get a +8.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Sparks vibe check is a 21 total.
I have advantage on
25
insight.
total for
Cool.
Eris's
I've been
history check about the cloaks.
Oh, my first one was better. Okay. 12 plus 1, so I have a 13 on my insight.
Okay, yeah, so, Nephira, you're not really sure. I mean, their weapons aren't drawn, but they did kind of approach you all, as it's starting to get dark, so they were able to kind of get closer than, you would have thought before you noticed. So that's unsettling, but nothing about them is outright hostile. Spark, you can tell that they are genuinely asking if you are refugees or if you need any help. You recall that you had seen some like refugees being turned away from Baldur's Gate, and you imagine therefore were walking up and down Coast Way. And Eris, with that nat 20, you immediately recognize the human who's wearing kind of more travelers-like clothes, and still that red scarf. You're not, or red, like, cape, cloak situation, kind of threw you off, but you realize that the half-elf who's in this full armor is a Hell Rider, one of the protectors of Elturel. And so they normally have this either dark maroon surcoat or cloaks, and they wear like gold and silver plate mail pretty often. You would have recalled hearing about them not only from the tavern, the Elfsong Tavern, when you first all heard about the Hell Riders of Elturel, but also just in general, they living close enough to Elturel, you all heard, stories and such when you were kids. So yeah, but as the half-elf kind of was like, yeah, so are you all refugees, or just wanted to see if you needed any assistance?
Eris is gonna say, y'all are from Elturel, right? What happened?
Yes. As you see that they look towards their like human companion really quickly before going back to talking. We were outside the city training when the companion, I don't know how familiar you are with Elturel, but it is kind of like a second sun that hangs over our city. It turned black and it crackled with energy, and it just exploded in the city. We came back to find it completely vanished. We haven't been able to reach anyone else, any other Hell Riders or any of our leadership. We're kind of unsure what to do, so we just tried to help as any of the refugees with protection or anything that we could. So we don't really have any other directives right now.
We aren't refugees. We're on a test right now leading us to Candlekeep. So we're mid-travel.
Very well. We don't mean to, any harm or to...
Sorry, we were a bit jumpy when our companion made us aware of your approach.
No, that is absolutely my fault. We probably should not have approached so quietly as it got dark. Yeah, well, if you need anything, just let us know. We will probably move on pretty shortly.
If you're headed towards Baldur's Gate, there's a refugee girl, a half-elf. Eris is going to quickly describe what she looks like, with her brother, and they're they got separated from their parents. They're in Baldur's Gate. If you could find them and help them reunite with their parents, that would be really great.
You see that they look over at the human who hasn't said anything this entire time. And they hold an eye contact for longer that makes you think that there is a conversation happening, but it is in one of their heads, at least.
Cool.
Before the half-elf turns back. Yeah, I believe we could do that. We were walking just up and down the coast, but it seems we believe that many of the refugees may have gone north towards Waterdeep, so we will be stopping by Baldur's Gate anyway.
There's seems to be a fair amount of refugees who tried gaining access to the city. The city seems to have denied a fair number of them and isn't helping them get their feet.
Well, that does sound very like Baldur's Gate. But no matter. We will attempt our best to help any of this young half-elf child that you mentioned. But yes, if you happen to see, we did not make it to Candlekeep. We've kind of just been staying in the general area. But if you do see any other Hell Riders, will you let them know that Kane and Herma are alive?
Yeah. Iris gets out her notebook and writes them down.
Kane, Kaine, that is the half-elf. And then as they point to themselves, and Herma is the human.
And Herma.
And you can tell the child that if you find her that the Forest Gremlins sent you. She'll know what that means.
Forest Gremlins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting group name. And they kind of look past you as you all are currently like in the very edge of a forest, and they're like, okay, checks out.
Better than us in Baldur's Gate, where it's like, we're the Forest Gremlins, and
where's the forest?
Yeah, and some poor city snooker kid who's only ever heard Tale of a Forest is like, the heck's a forest?
Right. Yeah. Well, we will continue on our way. If you need anything, I do think Candlekeep should only be a few days ahead of you, maybe a 2 or a day and a half, depending on how quickly you can travel. So.
Also, I wish you all the best in being able to reunite your people who still live from that catastrophe.
Thank you. It is appreciated. We are quite worried there might not be any Hell Riders left, that we might have been the last ones, but we hope that's not the case.
Hopefully, for the safety of your people, once you find a new spot to form your community, you'll be able to train others.
Agreed.
And Spark will offer them a strong handshake if they will take it.
Yeah.
Safe travels.
You see they give quite a strong handshake back. Herma has not said anything this entire time, but has kind of done like the bodyguard stand. She is very tall, like probably like 6'6" and absolutely jacked.
Good old brick house.
Yeah. And the half-elf Kane, they're like 5'5" maybe, but wearing full plate. But they both look like they could absolutely wreck someone in a fight. Their weapons are like immaculately taken care of, and so is the armor, even the leather armor that Herma has on. And you see that Kane goes, well, I think, and they pause in their sentence really quick. Yes, I do believe we'll be on our way, but good luck and safe travels to you as well.
Thank you.
And they kind of slowly back up as to not completely turn their back until they're a little bit further away from you all before they turn and leave. And as they turn, you see that this red cape is also has kind of like a shimmering gold and white logo on the back as well, but not a super like visible logo. It's kind of hard to make out what exactly it is in this light, as it's a bit dark, but you do see that there would have been some logo of the Hell Riders there.
All right. Pip, dome up, and we'll take the first watch. I wonder if we'll wake up and there'll be snow on the dome.
You think so?
And what are we doing for the second 2 watches? I can take the last watch by myself.
I can also take a watch with someone if we want to do that. Nephira, you and I have not taken a watch yet together, I don't think.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, fantastic. But we'll take.
Fisk's gonna try and pump him for the.
Look, Nephira, you better be ready to talk about novellas for 4 hours in the middle of the night, okay? It's the conversation everyone wants to have at 2 a.m., all right?
But you're right back
Fisk
to
is ready to hear Nephira rant about her favorite, like, fantasy novels and like, fiction stories.
We're gonna find out what fantasy novels have spin-offs for D&D.
Wonderful. So you all finish eating and kind of settle down. It's starting to get very cold tonight, and you are all very thankful of Pip's dome spell.
Tiny hot.
It's a solid like 71 in there.
Nice.
It's very nice.
Okay.
Yes, it's a little
Tiny
warm,
hunt,
but you know.
always a lifesaver.
It's always a little warm.
Always a little warm when you're literally on fire.
Yeah.
So sorry, Spark, were you taking first watch then?
Spark and Pip are first watch.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check. As Eris and Nephira, are you getting some rest? Are you sleeping?
Spark will give Pip some guidance. So
I got a 19.
Roll a d4 if it might as well. I technically have to say
another one.
Giving...
So dirty 20.
That 4 does not like you.
No.
The d4 seems to really like me,
it up and letting it fall.
Which is, probably going to be real good for y'all when I start casting Healing Ward, because both times he's guidanced himself, it's been a 4.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, perception you said?
Yes.
13 from Spark.
Hey. Okay.
He is too busy focusing on concerned about Pip and just like, oh, handcuffs feel weird to like hold.
You're like just like warm it up.
Yeah, just like no, Sacred Flame wouldn't do it. Okay,
No.
just hand friction.
Stick it in the fire.
It was just like this the whole time.
But yeah, you all you see everyone kind of settle down for sleep, and your first watch goes by pretty uneventful. You can see out from the dome. You see that a light snow is beginning to fall. It doesn't seem to be sticking to the ground or the dome just yet, but you imagine as the night goes on, it probably will.
Before we wake up Nephira and... Wow,
Fisk?
I hate this real moment. Before we wake them up, you send in to check in with your sister. We shouldn't.
I mean, I
I
can.
still want to check in with Zanj, but I'm worried he's probably asleep by now.
I did tell you that I would check in with them tonight because you did let me check in with her twice yesterday. So I can.
I
can
talk to your spell.
Okay. I actually kind of had an idea. If I see her again, maybe I can write like a note and then see if I can get it on her somehow. Because if I got hurt in real life by her hurting me in my dream, then maybe if I give her something, then she'll wake up with it too. You know what I mean?
Maybe you just, I guess, try it on Zaj. Ask for how cleaning out the Duke's manor went. Spark kind of pauses and tries to mental map what time this is, being like, oh god, are we probably gonna wake this man up in the middle of his sleep?
Maybe.
Yeah, you might. It's probably around 10 or so at night. But he might also be awake. You're not entirely aware of Zaj's sleeping habits. You're not sure.
Eris no.
We didn't get to know him. Well, Eris is asleep. They're not waking her yet.
Eris, wake up.
Eris, we need to know when Zaj sleeps. Wake up.
Hey, what time does Zaj show up and how much coffee is he drinking when he shows up?
Well, I can't say because I'm sleeping. Y'all want to wake me up?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We'll let Eris get the most sleep as possible, so I guess just let Zaj know it's the Gremlins, and we want to know how the Duke Manor went.
Okay.
Right, I need to keep track of this.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Sending to Zaj.
Go for it.
Oh gosh. Hi. This is the Gremlins. How did...
Oh, you're tracking, okay.
Duke's Manor go?
You definitely have more words than that if you want them.
I have 15 more words. Just checking in. Or should I say anything else?
I think you're good.
Okay. That's all.
Hang up. You hang up the phone. You hear a response come back over in your brain. Please don't contact me like this. The Duke's Manor went fine. We arrested her 2 sons remaining. They will be charged. Still waiting for that letter from Candlekeep. I also have no clue how many that was, but we'll say it was 25.
It was not counted.
Yeah, no one counted for me. Wow, thanks.
Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry.
Hey, I thought that's just working.
No.
So you hear that Does it relay that?
Head.
You say it all again. We'll count this time.
Okay, no.
Oh my goodness.
Verbatim.
Alright, good to know that there weren't any casualties. And
I mean,
he does go to bed early.
He didn't say that, but...
Listen, Spark's assuming. Boy's dumb. But good to sound that I guess we can let Eris know before we go to sleep. Do you want to check in with your sister again, or are you planning to see what the night holds before you check in with her again?
Maybe. Yeah. I'll talk to her tomorrow. I just talked to her. And I don't know. I don't know. It didn't really go very well. I mean, it went fine, but she doesn't really take me very seriously, so I don't even really know. So it'll probably just be the same thing again. You know?
Alright. So, hopefully we'll
I
get a
thought I
chance...
did pretty well, but...
You did. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see her after Candlekeep.
Maybe. I mean, I'll probably try descending her again at some point, but... Who else did you want to talk to?
Just really checking in to make sure that Zaj was able to clean up the Duke's mess.
Mhm.
I mean, at some point we need to swing by home and Spar kind of lightly touches his bracelet, rub it into the mare that we got our treasure back.
And we lost it again.
But, I mean, I guess. But your mentor made it sound like this part was the real treasure? What we put in there and what we got back?
Do you think I should ask her about my dream? Do you think she would know anything?
Ooh.
Or should
I think she
wait?
told us all that she knew.
Okay.
But I guess we wake up Eris and Sparkle without the handcuffs that he's been trying to slowly warm with like body heat. And I guess pick an arm that you feel comfortable with me putting this on.
It was funny because Nephira was just saying, "Oh, that's a good idea," and then I realized, wait, no, she's asleep.
And Spark will slowly shake Nephira and Fisk awake.
All right. Yeah.
Your turn.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Okay.
And Spark will put his half of the handcuff on his right arm and let Pip pick whichever arm he wants to be handcuffed to Spark with.
Probably the left.
Wow.
Probably the left, I would assume. So,
yeah, Spark has his magic item on his left arm. Right. Hopefully
well, make sure you keep
you'll
your
have a good
snake
night's
tattoo
sleep.
out. What?
Wait, which arm is the snake tattoo on?
The right.
Right, I think.
Oh. Well, we're gonna find out real quick if this has anything to do with anything. Hopefully you being bound to me isn't gonna make things difficult with how much you move in your sleep.
Oh my god, just spinning in circles. Just like,
Oh no.
Just spinning in circles.
Eris somehow wakes up in between Spark and Pip.
Pip is just moving.
Handcuffs. It's like Spark's whole arm dragged across her.
Oh
She's just like,
no.
maybe a rope would have been a better idea.
Look, give him some room so he can pace. Yeah.
And
Nephira, go
Spark
ahead
will
and roll that perception check for watch.
It didn't even land on anything. It's just staying right on its edge. Okay. That's a 14 plus. Ooh, plus 4.
Nice.
So 18?
18. Yeah. Are Pip and Spark doing anything else before heading to sleep, or just?
Spark's just gonna try to go right to sleep.
I'm gonna hand his wand to Nephira because he's still paranoid about losing things because things come up IRL, so they might get lost, and he doesn't want to lose his cool new wand. So, can you keep this safe for me tonight? I'm just kind of worried. I don't know. You know?
All right. For tonight, we'll try to figure out how this works. Make sure you have your daggers on you and within grabbing range.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, Pip ends up in the dream alone and ends up stabbing Spark by accident.
No.
Again, Spark's hardy. And it's not like Pip has sneak attack.
Alright, so yeah, as you hand off your wand and you two attempt to arrange yourself in a way that is comfy, it's like, are you even friends if you're not handcuffed to protect yourself from nightmares? Like,
Absolutely not.
obviously not.
This is what bros do.
That's what friends
do for
are for.
bros.
And
Hey, Bella, is it alright to handcuff yourself to a friend to give them peace of mind for sleep?
yeah, right. So Nephira, you and Fisk end up having this watch. You're both keeping an eye out. You see that.
And we're keeping an eye on Pip too.
Yeah. You see that Fisk is also keeping an eye on Pip. Quite a bit more than looking actually out. You know, the enemy may come from within the dome, so to speak. So you know, it's kind of tense. He actually doesn't bring up anything about novellas, which is how you know he's kind of a little stressed. Man's not talking about his favorite book. Oh, there's cat ass. All right.
Around the cat if they aren't shoving their butt in your face.
Exactly. But for the most part, watch goes by smooth. It's kind of a pretty dark night. The snow makes it seem like it's lighter, but there isn't much moon or stars reflecting in the snow. It is starting to kind of coat the outside of the dome now as well, and a kind of a thin layer over the ground. But eventually, your watch comes to an end, and it's time to wake up Eris. So, Fisk goes like, do you want to wake up Eris, or should I? Does she like swing? Does she come up swinging when you wake her up, or I don't know. She seems like the kind of person who would. I don't really know.
Has spent how many nights with us?
He hasn't woken Eris up. He's like, the one time I would go wake Eris up, she would punch me. I already know it's okay.
Well, Eris, how does Eris like to be woken? By Nephira specifically.
Oh shoot, I didn't think about it. I think she's pretty chill. I think the past few times she's been woken up, she's been pretty chill. So yeah, maybe just like a light shake, speaking quietly.
Okay. Nephira just kind of creeps over. It's like, Eris, wake up! It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Pip is still alive, but it's up to you to make sure he stays that way for the rest of the night.
Yeah, no pressure.
Person who didn't notice the nightmare last time.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know that. No one knows that Eris was slapped.
Yeah, I was about to say true.
Eris.
None of us in character know.
Only Eris has the guilt.
Oh yeah, she's been sitting in that guilt all day. Thank you.
All right,
cool.
Go ahead and give me that.
Eris is gonna sit down right next to Pip. She's not gonna mess this up.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan, how much has Pip moved from in the initial sleeping position?
A good amount.
15
That's my phone.
is my roll.
You watch Pip attempt to move, but he's tethered to a very heavier object that is steadfast.
All 35 pounds of a man.
And you're sitting there, and every time Pip moves, it like stresses you out, and you're afraid that it's like Pip having a nightmare, but it's just him moving. And you can't actually even see out of the dome now. There's a layer of snow over it. Unless you kind of, stick your hand out and do a little windshield wiper action if you want to.
Yeah, I think she's probably going to do that.
Okay, so you managed to do that. There's maybe, 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground. It's not, like a heavy snowfall, but, just looking out, you're like, that's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you spend the entire watch, right by Pip's side. Every time he moves, you panic a little bit, and a stressful 4 hours later, you can see that the sun is kind of started to rise, and it's it's really reflecting off the snow and making for a very bright morning. Eris, you see that everyone starts to kind of stir on their own, as it is very bright in the dome, with the reflection of the snow, Pip and Spark, you wake up.
There
Pip
it
is
is.
somehow feet the other direction than when he started. It's not the most comfortable, and you're not sure how you stayed asleep with Pip spinning. But hey.
Spark will gently lift Pip up with his arm, and if Pip is okay with it, let go of him and have him do that swing set spin. If it seems like the handcuffs will take his body weight. And if Pip is okay with
it, it's okay with him, but he's probably still asleep because he is a very heavy sleeper, so that might wake him up.
Oh my gosh!
Uncle Spark wakes up Pip, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Spark will gently wake up after the chain spin if that doesn't do the job. Like, buddy, awake? And Spark will
I'm awake.
Put him down on his feet. Eris, can you please decuff us? We can't really travel like this.
Mm-mm.
Oh shoot! The key's not in the pocket.
What?
Nah, I'm just playing.
I'm not sure I can put her around with
She unlocks the handcuffs and takes them back.
Pip, you sleep all right?
Yeah, I think so.
No nightmares? Nothing?
No.
Okay, I guess we'll just have to do this from now on.
No.
No nightmares
Maybe.
for me.
Eris, make me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Sorry, and I'm Spark couldn't offer guiding. Since I'm imagining. Yeah, Spark has no idea this stuff is being made. Oh, guidance would not have helped.
Cool.
I want to know what this. Okay.
All right.
The only one.
Nat 1.
Yep. Good.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah.
Nat 1. Everything seems kosher.
Should be a better investigator.
Take that up with your dice.
Yeah. Talk to them.
Make her a good investigator.
Yeah, you all get ready for the day as the dome kind of slowly starts to fade away. You all can now see, those of you who had an earlier watch and didn't see as much of the snow. You see that there's about 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground. You can already see some like merchant tracks, some cart tracks that are heading through the snow once you get back onto Coastway. I believe this is the 4th day, right?
This is day 8 total. So
what day of travel? What day?
It was Tuesday when we were in the baths, and it is currently Friday.
4th day of travel.
4th day of travel.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have
day 1 and 2. We had.
I was looking through my notes, man. I wasn't gonna leave you hanging. I was looking for it.
They wanted to use Spark and Nephira got to have fluffy alone time on their watch, and then Pip just had to go and have a traumatizing nightmare.
You had to.
Required.
It's essential. Every road trip needs a traumatizing nightmare.
Obviously.
Yep, and it's only been 1 day since that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, again, if you all have anything you want to talk to each other about, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah, you spend most of the day walking. The snow doesn't make it too much harder. You don't imagine that it's going to slow you down, and it has stopped snowing. Spark, you don't think that this is the storm, though, that you were anticipating. You think this is kind of the head of the storm, so it's probably going to get worse. And sure enough, as the afternoon comes around, you feel the wind start to pick up, and you see some very dark storm clouds off in the distance.
It's a good thing we all have our winter cloaks with us.
Or my winter coat. My coat is a year-round coat.
I mean...
all purpose, all weather.
I was about to say... That makes sense, given that you're ready for all times of year aside from summer. Just from being. Even then, you're immune to sunburn, which is just real nice.
It is nice. Y'all get so pink.
Yes, and it stings to put anything on afterward.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the time 3 o'clock comes around, you see that it starts to snow pretty heavily, a lot more heavily than yesterday, and you imagine that you might have to kind of camp earlier tonight than expected. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're just going to be attempting to. It's not so much of like a blizzard where you can't tell where you're going, but it's just going to be miserable to try to get another 2 hours of walking in.
Let's. Pip, can you potentially start casting a second dome near the end of the first dome's duration?
Yeah, I can do that.
Alright, so maybe dome up early.
I think I can only do it one time though. So
isn't there a ritual?
So right. You're so smart. Thank you so much.
Well, no, because it's a leveled spell though, right? The level's at 3.
It's a leveled spell and it's a ritual.
No. Yeah, Sparks is basically asking, can he start ritually casting it again while it's currently up?
Yeah.
Be like, okay, we're domed. A few hours. Okay, we're actually ready to sleep. Let me new dome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you have the spell slot, so it is a 3rd level spell.
But I mean, ritual casting negates the need for the spell slot.
I'm pretty sure it only negates the need for it to be prepared. It still needs the spell slot, I'm pretty sure. It just doesn't have to stay prepared in your spell book.
Hold on. I thought ritual casting was like, oh, instead of burning a spell slot, you burn 10 minutes of time. Why did I put the PHP so low on the stat?
No.
There's gonna be these stolen off.
It doesn't expend a spell slot. So
okay.
Good.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
Let me slide that back in there.
So that's always sucked for me as a spellcaster. Just handicapping myself. But okay.
Well, now you know for the future.
Should we make perception checks to find a spot to hunt?
Yeah.
And these are going to be at disadvantage. So unless you want to give some of each other advantage to kind of cancel that out.
Bark will give Nephira advantage and guidance. So straight roll for Nephira with a d4.
Okay. Hey, what am I rolling for?
I rolled and I got
to find a spot to camp for the night. So perception or survival.
A 5.
A 5. It's snowy out, man.
Okay.
Wow, it is so snowy.
It's perception, so.
And the d4.
I have advantage on that. Wait, no, that's insight.
And you have just a straight.
Yeah, that's
roll
insight.
Because
it's just whatever you rolled plus a d4.
Yeah. I rolled an 8. All right.
Well, roll the d4.
Advantage. Wait, no. Wrong modifier. All right. So roll d4.
You might end up being
3.
All right. So 11 plus
4.
I think it's just a 1
for perception.
Well, perception. No, perception is plus 4. I don't know why I always think insight. I get perception and insight mixed up all the time.
Can I insight check this?
Insight check the snow.
This snow looks suspicious.
I insight check the environment.
So 15.
I got a 5. I rolled a 4, and then I was like, it can't get worse than that, and then I got a 3. But Val got a 12 plus 3 is 15, and then I rolled again for disadvantage, and she got a nat 20, but who...
Right,
disadvantage doesn't care.
Again, Nephira and the familiars head out and find a spot.
I should roll for Vendetta.
At disadvantage.
That's a 15. So at disadvantage, I have to roll again.
Yeah, that's really very well.
The snow is coming down pretty hard and making it a bit difficult.
That's a 10.
So
But
10
that's-
plus.
What?
Probably like.
I don't know what
+3.
I don't know what the modifiers are.
But yeah.
Gotta have the familiar page up when you got one of those.
Yeah.
You all are able to head off of the road a little bit. You're again away from the woods. It's kind of just more fields, and you see the what looks to be like an actual forest, a bit of a ways off in the distance, or rather, you thought you saw it. You're not sure because it's really snowing now, and all you can really see is the white haze and gray as the sun is not really peeking out from behind the clouds. But you're able to set up camp, and Pip, you can take
What's
your
a +1?
10 minutes to start making this dome earlier than you usually would, just to try to give everyone some.
Take my 10 minutes.
Yeah, take your 10
Can
minutes.
Can I make it snow colored this time?
Yes, you can make it white.
I'm gonna make it white.
And yeah, you all are able to kind of get out of the snow and into a very comfy dome.
Start like digging out snow from the area the dome's in.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a semi-dry place to sit.
Yeah. Yeah, you all are able to do that and kind of get, put your bedrolls down and everything and get things settled. But it is going to be a bit longer of a afternoon, evening, as there's still several hours until it is really bedtime.
Also, sorry, we forgot to mention this during the travel, but Pip contacted Fisk last night, and it seems they arrested the Duke's other 2 sons.
That's good.
That's good.
And he's still waiting for that letter from Candlekeep, even though we just left.
Yeah, well, we'll get it there.
And hopefully, Fisk's employer is able to open the box. Oh, hey, I should be there when she...
Did you say something
there.
about me?
Just hoping your boss is able to open the box like she thinks she will be able to.
Oh, she will absolutely be able to open the box. She has made so many of them. I don't think she made this one. That would have been weird. But she has made them, so she will figure it out, I'm sure. And she probably won't even have to take longer than like a minute. She'll probably be like, oh, the box, and then she'll just do something, and then it'll be open and whatever. She's very smart.
Spellcasters are amazing.
You know, they're fine. Whatever, they're fine. It's cooler when you just have knives, you know? And he like shoots a knowing look at Nephira.
I don't know. You could do both and be like twice as cool.
I kind of do both, but
I kind of have both.
Okay.
I got a couple spells.
All right. Well, we all can't have spells now, can we? All right. That's wonderful.
We all can't have
I mean,
familiars.
we can. I can teach you some if you really want to learn. We can totally all have spells.
Yeah, Pip is a great teacher.
You think that Savikas has not tried to teach me spells? I just don't have it in me. Okay.
I think you do.
Thank you.
I mean,
Maybe you just don't like her method of teaching, but you might like mine.
maybe Pip can show you the basics.
No,
Six.
I'm good. I like my.
Want a familiar?
knives. Thank you. No.
You sure?
Yes.
Let's multi-class Fisk.
Let's multi-class this NPC.
Listen, we're gonna keep Fisk around even when we go to Avernus.
Let's just bug Fisk until he multi-classes.
Yes.
If he's going to be hanging out with us, he needs to get a familiar.
Oh my god. He's like, no, there are already so many animals in this one dome. I don't think I need another one. Are you going to get
A really little one.
I can actually get 2.
Get 2? What do you need 2 for? There's already 3 here.
Well,
Dude, you can get 2.
potentially 3.
No, that's so many.
Well,
If you do, you have to share.
The third one would be me. So,
I don't get it.
Some paladins have the ability to cast a spell to allow them to summon a steed to their side. And the steed will stay with them until they dismiss it.
Gonna get like a horse or something? That's so cool.
Actually,
That would be cool.
I've also seen
all
a horse
on the horse?
coming.
Could we all
Spark?
ride the horse together?
You don't understand. If you can summon a horse,
Now, is this Nephira?
I will marry you on the spot.
Or is this
Summon a
Sly?
horse for me.
Is this Sly or Nephira right now?
Well,
Both.
the mount is around the size of a normal one. I've seen the occasional smaller folks summon one of those big dogs that sometimes people confuse with a pony. So, whatever horse could fit, my steed
I've
could
ridden
fit.
horses though. I've ridden horses before. The big ones.
The horse could not fit in this dome, though. You would have to leave the horse outside. It would be so sad.
Oh.
What would you do? It'd be so sad. Oh no.
Also,
I mean, you don't have to keep it summoned all the time.
yes, it's a spell I'm not able to do yet. It's a bit of a hefty spell.
Right.
With the next time I gain power my druidic crafts. yeah, trying not
level
to
up.
be super meta.
Next time I level up in life.
On my next birthday.
I will gain the capacity to turn into small creatures, and
So cool.
for a limited time, the ability to summon a familiar.
So cool.
It
Is the
won't be
turning
like
into animals thing, is that a spell? Can you teach me?
No, it's kind of an innate ability, but I can expend the use of it to very limitedly summon a familiar. So it wouldn't be like you or three or the steed I could possibly conjure. It would just be for maybe an hour at first. But if I keep on honing that set of skills, it could extend.
No,
And,
I like
you know-
my knives. I'm good. I think knives are fine, you know?
You can at least have like magical knives.
Oh yeah, no, I normally have a better... you found me at a very, very bad
Oh,
situation.
wait.
Literally the worst I could have possibly been seen, okay?
You should have tried to get your stuff back. Sorry, we
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
think of that.
Oh yeah.
You
that
know,
would've
I
been
also
smart.
didn't think of it, so it is... that one is probably on me.
I can ask Sajigan if they found it.
I mean, I don't expect to be going back to Baldur's Gate anytime super soon, so it is fine. I have a lot of my stuff at Candlekeep. It is alright.
Right. Also, that me as Stu just remembered today, like, oh wait, paladins get Find Steed as a spell. So
Yes.
Spark can conjure like
A horse.
a horse that we maybe reskin as like an owl bear.
An owl bear.
But it would have like a horse's stat block, so you know, no real attacking HP of a horse.
Yeah.
Again, Mads, we might need to
That'd
talk
be
about
adorable.
this
Yeah,
once Spark hits level 5 paladin.
But
If he survives that long.
A hell horse.
of course. Summon the horse.
But yeah, as
The
you...
pharaoh will marry him on the spot.
Just like, fucking horses! Get farmed!
Spark can just conjure a celestial horse whenever he wants. Hold on, I need to steal the ring for him.
Fucking put a ring on it.
Yes. Immediately. Zero hesitation.
Like you're marrying a horse, man.
But
I mean, listen, people joke where it's like the horse war and sword guy when the heavy cavalry comes back into the meta.
But yeah, you all kind of spend the time talking a bit about your different spells and stuff, kind of checking in with each other as it's been a while since, and you've all learned some new things. But
Mark will start like working on flower crowns for the others as well. during
Very
this
cute.
time.
But yeah, eventually it starts to get closer to dinner time, and you all are able to have some rations and heat them up. Make sure you are marking rations.
Yeah, I was about to
or-
say, let me
So how many?
This is 4 days, and you had a good berry for one of them, so 3 rations.
Because I know we got rid of rations last game, though.
You bought some?
Yeah.
And at least
like,
1 or 2.
You got rid of them because you gave them to the kid.
No, because I thought we used one.
Some of us marked like that nightmare day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I know I used at least one.
Mark your own.
I only marked mine for the kids, so thank y'all.
Shoot, I don't remember what I did. But I have a lot of rations. I'll just mark 3.
Yeah. And I'm also marking down the rations since Spark is holding Fisk's bet. Oh wait, no, he bought Axis and handed Fisk his 8.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, Eris, roll me another investigation check.
Okay, that's better. Okay.
Sorry, can't offer help because Spark isn't noticing this.
17.
That necklace isn't in your bag.
Ah! No!
It's also not in your inventory if you look.
Hold on.
Okay, so
y'all
y'all
remember?
just see like Eris.
Oh no.
It's like with the keys all over again. Like the sun, like just like she's checking through her bag, trying to make sure like everything is there. Like pats around.
Okay.
It's in mine, guys. It's in mine.
Well,
everything's totally fine. And don't worry. It's all good. I just thought, I like lost the keys again.
So,
but they're here.
So if
shouldn't
Nephira notices,
investigation check because she was just digging through her pack to get the rations out. So
yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. As you see Eris panicking as you're looking through.
Yeah, Stark's gonna look through his stuff, seeing Eris panic.
Yeah.
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I found the keys. They're right here. It's all
16.
11 for Spark. His stuff is there.
16.
It's just yeah.
You don't notice anything in your bag. You are not really looking.
You're not looking for it
as much or as heavy as you would be if Eris said something. Other than the keys are fine. You're like, oh, okay, I guess.
There's too many coins.
Use your words.
There's too many fucking knives, okay?
Doesn't want everyone to freak out.
There's too many daggers.
She's gonna figure it out. She's gonna figure it out. She's gonna do some investigating as like a good investigator.
Oh no!
Chip and I are gonna try the handcuff thing again.
Okay, yeah, here are the handcuffs.
Thank you.
Got the keys. I'm gonna put them in this special pocket so I don't lose them again.
Please, Spark will look at them and is like, I think I'd be able to possibly break them.
That's okay.
I would rather not.
Them. I've practiced.
Oh yeah, true. You're able to pick locks.
Lockpick.
I mean, I can also pick locks. Hello, it's me. I'm also.
So we have.
Them before.
So we have 2 lockpicks if worse comes to worse. Mm-hmm. All right. So Pip, good for first watch again.
Cool.
And Sly just has to sit there doing on the bed, but something Nephira doesn't.
Fisk is like, do you want me to take a watch with you, Nephira, or you, Eris? Or
I can take watch by myself again. I've totally got it.
Okay. All right. So Nephira, I guess we're on watch again.
Eris going through everybody's pouch.
Yeah, apparently, Eris does
You're
not
gonna
want
get your
to.
friends killed.
Eris does not want to take a watch with me. I guess she doesn't want to talk about novellas. It is fine. We can talk about it at another time.
No, it's not that. It's just
talk about your favorite books last night.
I didn't talk about anything last night. Actually, I was very good. I watched.
I was too worried about Pip.
Yes, that mainly.
That's fair.
You're a worrisome boy. You know that, Pip?
Been told that.
I mean, it runs. Ed Spark kind of traces the scar on his face from it hell where it kind of runs in with all of the guys in the Gremlins.
Yeah, no, so, okay, yeah, don't... Great, okay. So, second watch. All right, great. I'm going to attempt to sleep now. Okay, good night. And Fizz goes over to take a sleep.
Before Pip recasts the dome, anyone have a message they'd like him to send out before you two take your sniffs of sleep? No?
I don't really have anyone for him to send a message to.
Fair. And Spark... And Spark will poke his head out of the dome and slowly shuffle the snow off of it.
Yeah.
He goes to sit down for his watch. Alright, well, you two have a good night's sleep, and hopefully... And he'll hold the handcuffs again kind of awkwardly. Hopefully this will help Pip and I sleep well enough.
If anything happens and you're, like, awake for it to happen, wake me up.
If anything goes wrong, I'll wake you guys up.
Okay.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. So you two are on watch.
Well, before Nephira actually goes to bed, she's gonna go up and they're gonna just hug Pip. Nice big tight hug with an extra squeeze.
Eris goes to sleep
feeling
impressed that she liked everyone, and now I got it.
One of us insight check.
Fisk is the only
What's happening?
Fisk is the only one who looked at Eris and was like, I don't, whatever. I don't care.
None of us actually...
Nope.
You
She's
all
sleeping.
Right,
knew
none of
that
us...
Tate was lying to you. And Eris lied
none
to
of
you.
us, but none of us in character would think.
Nope. So
Low wisdom across the board as players.
Y'all are gonna be A-okay. All right.
Okay.
So Pip and Spark, Pip, you can recast the dome. You can drop it and recast the spell, so that way it'll be up for those 8 hours. And are you sending anyone, or are you just chilling tonight?
Yes, we're just chilling unless Pip has anyone he wants to talk to. That isn't in the dome.
I mean, I thought I was like, I don't want to sending her because I haven't written anything out, but apparently I did. So I'm just trying to make up my mind whether or not to send her.
Pip, you look like you have something on your mind. Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking maybe I should try to talk to my sister again. I'm not really sure. I just know that I don't know, she just doesn't tell me anything, you know? I don't know if she's even telling the truth, but...
Oh, wait, Pip.
I don't even know if
remember,
you know?
Bringing this up before. I totally forgot about it last night. Maybe try setting up a telepathic link with me and then cast something on your sister, and maybe I'll be able to listen in, and I'll see if I can pick anything up just from her voice.
Okay.
All right, and Sparkle just kind of sit there, not sure how the heck Pip does this.
All right, so I'm going to use telepathy on Spark.
Cool.
And then cast sending and try to contact Lunaria. Oh boy.
All right.
This is a cascade of abilities.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're able to cast sending to Lunaria. What are you saying?
All right, I've already word counted this, and it is exactly 25 words, so we're good. I'm gonna say, please tell the truth. I saw your magic. I'm worried because it's half black like mine. Scared you might be cursed too. What's going on?
Wow!
You know when you get you might be cursed too from your little brother? That's always a phone call.
Just a scathing accusation in her mind.
It's low whiz, baby!
Okay.
Mark's eyes go wide when he hears that physically out loud. He hears Pip's half.
Can someone count for me, please?
Oh, Tate's got it.
Okay. You hear and what comes back a little slower than the last response.
An immediate curse 2? Question mark?
Yeah. You hear Lenaria go, Pip, what do you mean cursed 2? Also, you've seen my magic? That's not... Perhaps we have some things we should discuss, but I don't think I can see you soon.
Soon is the last one that was in that.
I don't think I can see you. Yeah. No, she doesn't sending. Spark
did
heard
Spark
that.
get... Oh, right, Spark's eyes go wide. He's like, he tries to insight check based off...
You hear it? Did it work?
Yeah, he could hear it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, no, it's in character.
Yeah, and yeah, it worked. All right, Mads. I know the DC is probably unrealistic.
It's literally plugged in.
But for whatever it's worth, 22 insight check.
I'll try inciting 2. Oh, okay, hang on.
Does 22 get Spark anything other than, yeah, that's Pip's sister?
Yeah, that's better than mine. 16, yeah. Oh no.
I mean, nothing she said was a lie, and you gather she phrased it very specifically to say what she did.
Well, Pip, for what it's worth, your sister wasn't lying to you.
I guess not. And
also, opening with, I know you might be cursed too, is kind of confusing to somebody who isn't in the know.
I said that at the end, but I guess should I not have said that?
Well, you might worry her now because
oh no,
you might think you're cursed.
I mean, also, I am.
True, but you didn't know that 2 nights ago.
But maybe she'll take me more seriously now. I don't know.
Maybe. It's just cool that I was able to hear that too.
Yeah, that's so cool. But
Spark will offer Pip like 2 high fives and lean down.
Kind of hard. Are we handcuffed currently?
Not yet.
Okay, good.
He does that right before we go to sleep.
Okay. I am a little bit relieved, but also worried because that means that my first dream was real. Which means my other ones might be real too.
I mean, it cut you, so.
Well, I know, but I just don't know if what I saw was the real thing that hurt me.
It might not be. You're being tormented by something called the original nightmare. It can probably conjure whatever it wants out of your mind. It doesn't need to reflect reality.
Yeah.
Sort of like how a bad dream can just whip up your worst anxieties into a false vision. So do you want to potentially message her again, or?
I don't think I can tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
All right.
That was my second, third level spell slot. I only have 2 of those buddies.
Hey, listen, that's more than I'll have until level. Actually, wait. Oh, heck, those 2 levels in Druid are going to do spell slot count. Good.
But yeah, as you...
All right. Spark handcuffs himself, and Pip again has them like, all right, time to sleep. Hold on.
And you all wake up Nephira and Fisk again.
Yes.
And yeah.
Before Nephira, before you take watch, I think I mentioned this when we were all awake. Pip can let us hear in on his send-in if he has a telepathic link to us. It does work.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. We'll totally have to try that again later too.
And
I don't
Spark
know if that's
also.
cool. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Like that's.
I mean,
weird.
Oh, also, Fisk,
most people
sorry,
can't just hear in people's brains, right? Like that's.
Also, Fisk, sorry you're the last one, and he hands Fisk a rose flower crown. Since I would want to say during the time he made the like Pip and Eris.
Nice.
And probably a new one for Nephira because it's been a few days.
Sure.
I need fan art of Fisk in a rose flower crown. My God.
Look, he's got a crimson beard and he's wearing the rose flower crown like on the back
also,
half of his head.
Stylish.
No thorns.
Wonderful.
If Spark could draw a craft without thorns, no thorns.
Yeah, for sure. But all right. So, Nephira, perception check.
Spark, are you gonna keep up the telepathic link with Pip while you guys sleep?
Oh, wait, Pip, can you maintain that while you're asleep?
I can try.
Is that possible?
I guess we'll try and.
Right.
It's pretty new, so I mean, maybe.
DM, no, it kind of varies from DM to DM on perception checks per watch. Could Spark guidance Nephira at the top and it count, or do you count it as
no, because this is like the full like
just
several
checking.
hours.
All right, so again, just checking.
Yeah.
Oh no, that face is not good. Did you roll a 2?
I also rolled a 2.
Not again.
So I guess tonight they get absorbed in conversation about their books.
Yes.
Oh boy. Stop!
Y'all
So,
on watch with Fisk. Y'all gotta stop rolling low together.
This is what Eris needs to do to help them.
Hey, it's a perception check, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because my modifier for that is a +4.
Okay, so you got a 6.
It gives me like a 6.
Yeah, and,
oh gosh.
And he got
could have been worse.
He got like an 8. So
Morgan, I'll see you in the bad place.
You're in the bad place.
Oh gosh, please no.
Please don't die, Pip.
All right.
Hey, if Spark's in there with him, Spark will do his best.
If Pip dies. If Spark dies during my watch.
I was about to say, listen, if Pip dies, Spark and Nephira choose violence, and
all right,
Mads is going to have an interesting time for the rest of the game.
Spark, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy. Okay, I rolled decent on the dice, and I think Paladin's wisdom saves pretty good. 16 total.
Okay. Yeah, come on over. Pip, you stay there.
Y'all, I called it. Oh boy. Have fun, you guys, watching my face.
You handcuff yourself to Pip. It takes a little while for you to fall asleep. It's not the most comfortable situation. And you feel yourself laying on your back, your hands crossed over the holy symbol that hangs around your neck. There's this pressure all around you. As you try to open your eyes, you find you cannot. Struggling to move your hands, you feel your fingernails scrape against dirt and realize you've been buried alive, unsure how far it is to air. Instinct and panic set in, and you begin to claw your way to the surface. You can feel the blood well under your fingertips as you hit stone and roots. Finally, a single hand breaks through, and you're able to kind of pull yourself out of this sinkhole of loose earth, showering the surrounding area in debris. You kind of take a second and look around as a low mist snakes across the ground as gnarled, dead trees reach like bony hands into the starless night sky. As you take a second to steady yourself, kind of looking at either your blood-covered fingertips, you suddenly hear Nephira's voice off to your right. Spark? Help! What are you doing?
He's immediately getting up and running towards the source of the voice.
As you take off in that direction.
And kind of patting himself down, being like, what do I got on me? What do I got on me?
Yeah, you find that you have no armor, just like whatever your undergarments would be underneath your armor. No weapons, just your holy symbol. And your bracelet as well. As you kind of take off in that direction, you find yourself tripping over roots and slipping on these splintered fragments of bones. It's hard to keep your footing and also follow their voices. You're trying through this forest to see where it could be coming from. As you're sprinting, you suddenly trip and tumble down a small embankment as rocks scrape against your face. When your vision finally stops spinning, you realize that you landed in a small clearing. The low mist has receded, and you can see several dark pools of blood seeping into the earth. At the very edge of one, there's a familiar crown of woven purple flowers. As you kind of reach for the flower crown, you hear behind you again, Spark, help, of Nephira's voice. And turning, you look to see what's almost Pip, maybe? Half of the skin on his right side is covered in black scales, and his right eye is a yellow, like serpent's eye. As you turn, you see that he ends an incantation, and Nephira's voice, this Spark, help, falls away. A simple illusion. You don't see Pip's mouth moving, but you hear in your head, well, it's quite easy to find your worst nightmare. As this voice echoes in your brain, you see thousands of black snakes slither up from the dirt. And in the darkness behind Pip, a colossal yellow eye with a thin black slit for the pupil snaps open. You feel a shockwave hit you, and you are sent flying back, cracking into this tree, the back of your head. And there's a searing pain just below your ribs as you look down to see a shard of obsidian jutting out of your side. You feel the blood start to soak your clothes as your vision slowly fades. In the darkness, you can feel the weight of these scaled serpents as they like slither over your legs and arms. I need you to roll me 3d10.
Oh boy. Let's see here. 10, 5, 3, so 18 total.
You take 18 points of damage. And that will be apparent when you return. I'm going to... You can head back, but we won't be having you come out of the nightmare just yet, because I gotta talk to my good friend Pip.
I was about to say, if Spark's able to get in a word edgewise...
Yeah, go for it.
He'll grit his teeth as like, nice to make your acquaintance. Leave my friend alone.
You just hear this like hollow laughter as your vision blurs and you feel yourself pass out.
Alright, when I go back, should I just mute myself?
Yeah, until it'll be apparent.
Cool.
It'll be apparent, so.
Got it, let me move before Pip gets in.
Yeah, the heading for
Are they
this.
Hey, Pip.
Yes.
You thought you'd get away? Come on.
No! I knew it! I called it! No! I'm not.
Oh no.
God.
Do I have to roll, or am I just...
Nope. You're just in.
Oh boy. What's up?
Hey. All right. So. Pip.
Uh-huh.
As sleep takes you, it took a little while, not the most comfortable sleep already and already anxious about going to sleep. You find yourself in a dark, expansive plain. Looking out, you see the pinprick of stars and the cosmos beyond as a light sheen of water covers the ground. A little in front of you is a white-hot campfire, and sitting beside it is your sister Lunaria, looking as you remember her in real life, with copper hair and bright brown eyes. What are you doing?
Gonna... Can I message her? Or try to? And just say, Nari? Is that you?
You see that her head kind of snaps up and she looks around, looking for the source of this this message, and responds, Pippet? Why are you here? Are you going to stay over there, or?
I can. I think I'm dreaming, but I've been having a lot of dreams about you lately, and I don't know what it means. But do you know what it means?
You see that she kind of stands up from the campfire and starts to walk towards you. As she approaches, you can see at first she walked like with pretty decent pace towards you, and as she approaches, she kind of slows her pace and like cocks her head, is like, Pippet, you look different. And you kind of quickly glance down and around you to see what's different. And as you look into the thin layer of water, you see that your reflection, that your right hand and arm is no longer covered in skin, but instead black scales, and that your right eye appears to be like a sickly yellow with a thin black slit where the pupil should be. You can see as she like looks up, she kind of takes a step back away from you and grabs for her sword, but she hasn't drawn it. She's just kind of like cautiously stepping away. She's like,
Out loud, I did say, I'm not gonna hurt you.
What? This is, and she kind of now takes a second to look around and is like, where? Oh, I don't recognize this place, do you?
I don't, my dreams have been kind of off lately. Do you know anything about, like, I don't know, my mentor, she said something about the original nightmare or something.
You see, as you say that, she takes several steps back and, like, half draws her sword out of its scabbard, and is like,
No!
I thought it was just a coincidence, perhaps, but, that snake skin is, well, it looks quite reminiscent, if I were to say so myself. And you can see now she's glancing around, looking quite scared and untrusting of you. Why? Are you here to kill me?
Oh, no, of course not. Why would I kill you? You're my sister.
I mean, well, you're the one with half of a body of a snake.
Well, no, I don't know why. I'm not. This is a dream. I don't. Not when I'm awake. Not in real life. I mean, you looked really different in my dreams too. Did you have those dreams too?
No, I have.
Have you seen?
I haven't had any dreams really. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I don't know. The other night I had a dream that you tried to hurt me, and it hurt me in real life, and I I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You see that she kind of, as you start to panic, her older sister instincts kind of kick in, and you see she kind of puts the sword down and kind of walks over, and she's like, we'll figure this out. I don't even know if I'll remember this tomorrow.
Can I, like, look on me and see if I have any of my parchment on me?
Did you go to sleep with your parchment on you?
I don't think I took it off. But I might have not gone to sleep with it.
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana? 19.
As you're looking around for a piece of parchment, you kind of just open your hand and you see a piece of parchment apparate. As this is your dream, and you realize you suddenly want a piece of parchment, and you have it.
Okay. Can I do the same thing with a pen?
Yes. You're like, oh shit, I need a pen, and you get a quill as well.
Yeah. Right. Sick. I can write you a note, and then you can keep it on you and see if it's still there when you wake up.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. What do you want me to say? Or do you want to write it? I'm not very concise. I don't know if I have. You're a lot better at talking than I am. At least
Pip.
Or brief.
Pip. It's right. You see, she kind of takes a second and looks around and thinks. Write the name Kelemvor. Kelemvor.
Okay. Do you want me to sign it so that you know it's from me, or will you know?
Well, I'll know that's not my hand. Your handwriting's very specific.
Okay.
So, and as she takes this note from you, you hear in the distance a deep rumbling as ripples begin to form across the water and waves start to go around you and Lenaria. She kind of grabs you by the shoulders and he's like, you have to wake up now. And kind of shakes you and pushes you away. And you wake up, and we're going to come back to the group.
Hey.
Catch it? Oh. It is, yeah.
Right. So.
Hi there.
So as you wake up from being shoved, Pip, you see that you kind of jolt up, and your hand is tethered to the right side or the left side of
the right side.
It would be right side of Spark.
And as you kind of jerk awake, you feel that there's kind of a liquid pooling around Spark. As you look down, his fingertips are completely bloody. He has gashes all across his face, and on the left side, there's a gaping wound where it looks like he has been stabbed through the kind of back of like his lower abdomen, and he is not awake.
Oh no! Eris, Nephira, wake up!
What?
Tries to like move to them, but is tethered to this large man.
I think Eris sees that Pip is not okay.
How did Nephira miss this?
Quickly run over.
You rolled an 8 on your watch.
Actually, just stepping in his. You've probably been stepping in his blood without realizing it.
Oh my god!
I'm unpacking that.
Yeah.
Okay, Eris is gonna, I guess, rush over and see like that there's all this blood and start freaking out. Just immediately go like completely quiet. Grabs the healer's kit. Apply that. I'm not even gonna check for. No, wait. Should I check?
Just burning you. What is
Eris is an
Eris's
investigator.
panic mode?
She's panicking, but I think she would remember to check for a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to check for a pulse and see if a spark is alive.
Spark is alive.
Nephira definitely will go check pulse and then just grab whatever.
So what am I getting? Do I need to roll for it?
He looks very injured, but he is not making death saves.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
And
Okay.
at this point, as everyone's kind of surrounded you, Spark, you start to come back from that fading out. Your kind of vision's fading back in, and you feel incredibly sick. You're waking up feeling extremely nauseous, and you immediately feel how soaked all of your clothes are in your own blood.
Spark?
Eris is immediately going to put her hand...
Would Spark remember the stuff that he saw in the bad place?
Yep.
Eris
It's going to haunt you, too.
is going to put her hand immediately on Spark.
Spark's
Spark's hand. Get his hand onto his chest and be like, heal yourself now!
On it, and left hand on the side, and he's gonna dump an equal amount of lay on hands into his abdomen.
All right.
Well, this is all like going on. Do I notice if my arms are normal?
How you doing?
Yeah, you quickly look, and your right arm is fine.
My right arm.
Well, that was the
Okay.
one that I had said.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Good.
I'm guessing they had words with you as well. How you doing?
Spark?
They?
What happened?
What happened?
Spark, please. What happened? What happened?
I got
Are you
the
okay? What
attention of the original nightmare, and during the process, I got slammed onto an obsidian spike, and he pulls his hand back from the injury he's closed, and well, this happened to me in there. I would rather get pierced by those devil spines again.
Eris is going to unhandcuff them.
Okay.
Spark, you're not going back.
Yeah, once they're unhandcuffed, Pip just like holds his arms to himself because he feels like he did this.
And Nephira is absolutely blaming himself because this happened on her watch. This happened on her watch. How dare you?
So far, Spark's the only one who hasn't had a bad watch with Pip yet, but I mean, you could argue this.
Well, I haven't had a watch with Pip yet, so...
Wasn't the initial
Moronic.
wasn't the initial Pip face cut on your watch?
Oh, sorry. I meant like us both being awake at the same time.
Okay.
Sorry. Different things.
So,
Different bad things.
guess it's worth mentioning now, because I do have full memory of this. Who knows what I'll remember when I wake up.
You are awake?
When I go back to sleep, sorry. Since that...
Eris is gonna like pat Spark's head, just make sure he's like all there.
Don't worry. I think the blood loss was getting to me.
Yeah,
I should be
Nephira is
fine.
kind
Once
of
we
like,
healing.
Spark's head, you can see
Ugh.
that there's blood also dripping down the back of his neck where he apparently
no.
has a injury there as well.
But
Nephira is
if
definitely
you-
like clinging to him.
gonna keep that to myself.
If Spark feels the blood down the
Yeah.
back, he'll use like his remaining 2 points of lay on hands to seal that up.
Okay.
Oh, y'all, he took like a quarter of his health in that hit, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And
So-
you rolled okay. You could have.
Still wanting to 1v1 the original Nightmare in a Denny's parking lot?
No, it sounds like Spark did.
Yeah!
See how that worked
I
out.
only got to make my introduction.
Oh my god.
I woke up buried alive.
Clings tighter.
So she combed my mind quite well, and I heard Nephira crying for help. That focused my mind, which led me to maybe her plans for what she wants to do to you, Pip. You were half reptilian. I would almost think you had draconic blood in you. with how you looked.
Oh.
That
I wasn't in my own dream, but
visage of you was the one conjuring that to call me
did
there.
I have a weird eye too?
Yes, half of you was snake-like, but you still had your arm and leg.
Weird.
And by the time I recognized that, I was shocked back with, well, the force that did, and he taps his bloodied clothes. This to me. And I was taunted saying my nightmare was easy to find. And I said my opening piece to her. I might have to have more words, whether I want them or not, given how Pip's been. Then he lightly clutches the toady symbol. I have her attention. That's all I know for sure. And he kind of looks over at Eris, be like, please tell me you wrote that down.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sorry, Eris has definitely been writing everything down. I haven't. So I'm going to go do that right now.
You're going to do that when you re-listen to this to hear what happened in the bad place.
Yeah. But Eris has been taking notes. She wouldn't be a slacker like me.
I would look over at Pip to see if he's physically whole.
Yeah, Pip looks fine.
You mentioned you're not being in your own dream. I'm guessing you were forced to watch from the perspective of your visage.
I talked to my sister, but she was fine. She was normal. It was just a really dark, empty place there was a little bit of water on the ground, and she was there, but she was fine. But I wasn't. She doesn't know anything about the other dreams I've had about her. So I didn't see you or anybody else.
Also, sorry, we'll mention this since this is something probably Nephira's only clocking. He is shaken slightly as he's recounting this. He's definitely trying to put on a brave face, but he's shucking.
Nephira squeezes him tighter.
Hang on. Oh, yeah. Got 7.
Nephira is now also shaking.
He's too shaken himself.
Yeah.
Eris and Fisk were just the only people not slightly vibrated in this dome.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Eris is probably still freaking out over losing the necklace.
Oh, no, Eris looks totally calm and collected.
Yeah.
Nephira, how bright is her hair right now?
I think we're all too focused on ourselves to insight
No,
check that.
yeah, no, she's putting on a really brave face right now.
But
Nephira is completely freaking out and
very much trying to stay
all.
focused on taking notes and figuring out what happened.
This is gonna stain.
Yeah, and you notice as you use the lay on hands, similar to what happened with the cut that Pip got, it heals up, but you can tell it is going to scar. No amount of magical healing will relieve that.
It's where kind of sighs and it's like, the first one on my body from not an animal.
No, a piece of
That's so sad.
But, alright. Cats just love cables. But, yeah, seems like I have her attention. But you seem fine, Pip. What happened in your nightmare? Beyond, sorry, you were describing that.
I mean, I don't know if it was a nightmare. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it's been. But I just talked to my sister. But I did have like my arm and my eye were like a snake. But she was normal. And I left her a note.
You did mention that idea.
Really it.
That's
I mean,
it.
hopefully it actually stays with her because it wasn't like one that I brought from real life. It was one that I kind of just conjured up in my dream. But I don't know. We'll see.
Spark is going to insight check Pip on this. Since he's worried Pip might be downplaying. Also, hold on, I dropped my D4. He is going to give himself guidance.
Did I roll anything?
19 on the D20, a 4 on the D4, plus 5, so 28.
I don't think you can beat that no matter what.
No way, absolutely not.
So you...
hey, Dice, why weren't you doing this well for the wisdom save that might have saved both of them from whatever the heck they just witnessed?
But yeah, Pip, as far as I can tell, is not downplaying or anything. Pip is recounting pretty closely what happened.
Spark kind of smiles softly at that. Okay. So yeah, once we get to Candlekeep, I guess that makes two of us. We need to figure out how to lose her attention.
I mean, she probably already has her attention on all of us. Just because of me. So, I mean, but we can try. I don't know.
Yeah, Spark, arm, Nephira's hand, other hand on his holy symbol.
You see that
shakenly touching it for comfort.
And then Nephira is just jumping straight to the dark humor, so.
Oh no.
Maybe next time when you have a dream about the original nightmare, you can ask her what her real name is. Maybe it starts with a KL.
Maybe.
Oh god, Eris is just gonna get up and sit somewhere else with her notes. She is just gonna focus.
You see Fisk, who's been kind of like standing off to the side and letting you all deal with your situation, kind of comes over, is like,
Is your mommy coming to you?
we still have a good portion of the night left. I don't know if you are going to try to sleep, but...
I'm gonna try getting back to sleep. I've gone through a lot of something I need to have on hand.
Fair.
Eris comes back to the group. I think that everyone needs to try to get some rest. I will take the last watch. Totally responsible. Now that I know what to expect, totally got this. And she's taking the handcuffs back. They're not ripped up anymore. No, none of that here.
Mark will kind of look at Eris and like, keep an eye on the ground in case you see any more fresh blood.
I'm watching y'all.
That's terrifying.
Sorry. Listen, Pip and I are both fine.
Sure.
Sure. I'll believe you when you're not bleeding out.
Spark kind of lifts his shorts to show that the wound is sealed. Like, see? Fine.
No, you don't understand.
There is a scar.
Do you see what that is on the ground right there? That is a puddle of your own blood. You are not fine.
Yeah, tell him, Nephira. Tell him.
That's gonna...
Neither of you
everybody's
are fine.
head rolls.
I am not fine.
Yeah, Fisk is like, okay, well, I mean, if we do not sleep, it will make tomorrow quite miserable of a journey. We still have nearly a full day's worth of travel.
And now, because you got horribly injured, you need to sleep to get your energy back. But I where I don't think I can sleep. I'm going to stay up the rest of the night staring at you, both of you, to make sure nothing
Nephira, try to sleep.
We'll be fine.
It's going to be, I've got it, don't worry. I've got an eye on them.
Nephira curls up right between Pip and Spark and just holds on to both of them.
Yeah, I was about to say Spark
you'll move over a little bit so you're not in a nice puddle of blood.
Yeah, I was about to say
in their blood.
Spark's probably got enough arm reach to like go over both Nephira and Pip.
Pip, as you kind of move over, and like past the puddle of blood that is Sparks, you quickly catch a glimpse of your reflection, and you swear for a second that your right eye is yellow. But when you do a double take and look back, it just looks the same.
Exactly the image you want to see reflected in a puddle of your friend's blood.
Spark will
you.
quietly mutter as he's fallen back asleep. Don't worry, I'll keep you all safe.
All right, so who's sleeping and who's staying up?
Harris
is the only one awake.
He's not happy about it, but
he used all 20 of his lay on hands.
Yep.
Yeah, the Nephira is just
Y'all
holding on to them and knows that she has to try to sleep, but it's not coming. Mm-mm.
Y'all, Mads had me roll the damage that was inflicted on Spark, and boy howdy, those first 2 rolls were beefy.
Oh.
That first roll actually had me worried, because it was like, oh no, don't let the other 2 be this bad.
You're fine. You got like 50 hit points. The max it could have been was 30.
Yeah, that could have just put him into near critical condition.
Yeah. But yeah, as everyone tries to get some sleep, Eris.
Okay.
Watch.
Yeah,
Nephira is
so
awake.
Eris now, after
Okay.
after all
If
of
you-
this and like
hold on one second. If you do stay awake, you will take a level of exhaustion, considering you took watch, and this would be you would not get enough sleep. FYI.
Yeah.
So, if you wish
Maybe-
to make that choice, it's fun
I feel-
sometimes, but
Is it
feel
in
like
character?
It is, and I feel like it's very much a problem of like some dozing off, but like as soon as she's about to fall asleep, jerks awake and just grabs the boys. He's like, "No,
grab the boys.
I can't."
Grab the boys. Yeah. All right.
It's armful of boys.
Full of boys.
Now, I guess this
there
means
isn't a man
Eris
with
would-
right now.
can Eris tell her that Nephira's a little bit awake?
Yeah, because
Well, yeah, I
keeps bolting
like-
upright.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I was gonna have Eris talk to herself, but now that she knows Nephira's awake, she's not gonna talk to herself while she thinks, which is really difficult.
Yeah, we'll say that
We can
you
say your
talk
inner
quietly enough.
monologue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Give us
So-
that inner monologue. Let's go.
Eris is gonna try to multitask here
All right.
because she's keeping a very close watch, of course,
Famous
on everyone.
multitasker, Eris.
Right, but she's on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Necklace is missing. She's all like, okay, so in my bag, the necklace was there. I swear it was there this morning, but now it's not there anymore. So I know it's a secure pocket, which means it probably didn't fall out on the road. Hopefully it didn't fall out on the road. But and then she's going to do a quick sweep around the campsite just to see if it's in the nearby area, even though it's probably covered in snow by now, but she's going to try.
Yeah. You do a quick sweep, and you do not find it.
Okay. All right. So, necklace probably didn't fall out of the bag, which means if I need to think, if I'm going to find Nephira's necklace, I need to think like Nephira's necklace. Now, if I was Nephira's necklace, and she's pacing, where would I be? Well,
In Nephira's
Nephira's,
Backpack.
it did like try to go around her neck, so maybe it's on her, but she's sleeping. Well, maybe I could just look. I can check. Maybe it's around her neck. I'm gonna look see if it's around her neck.
It is
Casually.
casually not around her neck.
And I don't see it anywhere else on her.
Nope.
All right, well, she probably would have noticed if it was in her
I am
pockets.
covered in leather and have so many hidden pockets on myself.
So maybe the next place would be to check her bag. I'm going to check her bag.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Dice don't fail me now.
Did the dice fail you?
I got a 9.
9.
Dice failed you.
You look, and you're trying to kind of look through quickly in between
So many daggers.
One of the moments when Nephira laid back down, and you kind of quickly look through, and you're like, dagger. You're like, God, there's so many daggers. I thought she kept them all on her. But you...
I do keep
there's
some of them on
there's
me.
also like a bunch of little like trinket
Now you need to
things.
sleep.
You
Bandolier goes
do
in the
not
bag
find
when
it.
you sleep.
Okay, Eris is starting to freak out a little now.
Space on me,
Okay,
can I
well,
sleep?
if it's not in Nephira's bag, maybe it's in Spark's bag or Pip's bag or Fisk's bag, but that wouldn't make any sense. She's gonna check all their bags, like, frantically.
Yeah. You check all their bags, and you do not find it.
That
Okay.
9 was rolling.
She's just gonna sit down. I'm gonna add some things to her notes, and then she's just gonna watch everyone and she tried to be like, the strong one in that whole ordeal, like trying to stay calm, collected, focused on everything. But now she's just freaking out. She's just having her little freak out on her own in the corner. No one can see her.
5 a.m., no big.
Yeah. Planning her next move. So.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and did you do a perception check for watching?
Not yet, but I need to. So.
Just a bear sitting outside the dome, lightly poking
Okay.
it. Confused.
It's like
13.
I can smell the blood in there. Yeah. You keep trying to glance out. There's a bit of snow, quite a bit of snow coverage on the dome, but you're hoping that because of that, it also means people aren't really. It's really hard to see, so you're hoping that's kind of saving you all. But for the most part, Watch is uncomfortable as it smells like blood in here. And you're very aware of now the fact that 2 of the 4 party members have been injured in their sleep. But eventually, dawn comes, and you all are slowly able to wake. And Nephira, you take a point of exhaustion.
How much of exhaustion?
So it's 1 point. It says on there. So you have disadvantage on ability checks until you get rid of that.
Which it takes a long rest to get rid of a point.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Nephira is able to
where
get
do
a
I
good
look?
night's sleep, because
Honestly, what she'll probably do is walk for a while, but then if on the journey she gets like too tired.
Spark carry you? He's so injured.
No, I'm not going to make Spark carry me.
You
Spark
would
is
offer.
not allowed to carry. Spark is not allowed to carry Nephira.
Don't worry, his
Fisk
side
can.
is healed up.
Fisk or Eris can.
It's just scarred. He's just gonna have a nice
carry
little
All it's
hole
a
on
Spark.
the
No.
side of his body for the
No.
rest of his body.
No.
Just looks like
Fisk or
somebody
Eris can carry Nephira.
punched a hole through the side of him and he healed it back up. Because, that is what happened.
Basically.
So, like, where on... Is there anywhere on D&D Beyond that I put?
Yes,
there's
it's like the top right section. It should be near conditions. Pretty sure.
Rations.
Well, yeah, if you click on conditions,
Exhaustion.
there's, Also,
Fun.
Hurry, be careful. Once you hit level 3 of exhaustion, it's a death spiral.
I currently have 3 levels of exhaustion as cross. Good times. I did it to myself.
Why?
Right.
What happened?
You gotta watch to find out.
Fair. I do have it queued up.
But
Not
yeah,
caught up.
And I am going to be driving to Texas at the top of July.
there you go.
No, my snake.
Oh my god,
snake.
that's a
Not your snake.
No, snake. Look at him.
Aw.
But yeah, you all,
adorable, but
Just
also
channeling that out of character too. My goodness.
you all slowly, wake up and get ready for the day. The dome fades, and you can see now there's quite a bit more snow. It's going to be a real trek to get to Candlekeep, but you're hoping that you'll make it there by the end of the day.
I'm gonna look forward to sleeping in an actual bed again.
Wait, no, didn't you just say you really liked to sleep on the ground? Weren't you like, oh, it's so comfortable? I swear we had this conversation like 2
It's
days
comfortable when you don't have a deity punch a hole through your chest.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
A night on a bed will be nice, and then I'll appreciate the forest ground again once I've been reset.
Okay. And you will walk for a bit. If there's any conversations you want to have.
Yes, there is. There is.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are there? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Eris is going to pull Fisk aside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Fisk.
Yes.
Don't freak out.
Why are you acting so weird?
So you know how everyone trusts me with their cursed items because I'm responsible, and nothing bad's gonna happen if I'm holding them, right?
Okay.
I lost Nephira's necklace. I don't know where it is.
The
I
one
checked
that
my.
just appeared out of nowhere.
Yes, it was in my bag, and I checked it. It's not in there anymore. And then I went to check Nephira, and I checked Nephira's bag, and it wasn't there. I checked everyone else's bags, and I checked in the snow, and I checked on the ground, and I couldn't walk all the way back where we'd been. So yeah, I don't know where it is.
Well, I mean, is it possible it just decided to leave, just like how it decided to appear?
Well, I mean, if it would have gone to Nephira, and it wasn't there. And I don't want to tell everyone else because they're already, dying.
What?
Mads, by the way, Spark probably would have clocked this and Eris's panic, and he rolled a 13 on a perception check to try to eavesdrop.
Okay.
Is he picking up on any of this?
You're picking up that Eris is freaking out about something, but you don't know, you didn't hear exactly what it was.
Cool.
So,
He will deal with that.
Yeah, Fisk is like, well, I mean, maybe you should tell them, because, imagine if it shows up again, and you're like, oh, I knew it was missing, but I didn't say anything. That doesn't exactly, foster trust. I just want to say.
I know, I don't want anyone else to, I don't want them to have a second thing to worry about.
Yeah, you all have a lot to worry about. You are very stressful people. Do you know that?
Well, I mean, it's not every day your friends start, almost dying in their sleep.
It's really not every day. It's actually never happened to me. So this is a new one, honestly, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell them.
Okay.
After we get to Candlekeep.
Okay.
And we can maybe talk to someone about this.
We have 8 hours on the road trudging through snow. I mean, you could definitely tell them now.
But what if they get? I don't want them to be all nervous.
Fisk just points over at Pip, and Spark is like, I think they are already nervous. I mean,
well, yeah, more nervous than they are.
I don't know if you're already at 100. Can you get more nervous?
Yes, because I was really nervous when things happened to Pip and Spark, and now Nephira's necklace is missing. So I'm already there.
Okay.
Apparently, you weren't actually at 100. You thought you were.
You thought you were at 100. It was a lie. It's like, okay.
All the snow around Eris is just melted.
Oh yeah, she's a little steamy right now.
Little.
Boy, that must have made the dome smell real interesting if that started.
Mud and steam. And snow.
Steamed blood.
Yeah. You see Fisk is just like, okay, well, it's your friends. You tell them when you think that they would want to know. Do you think they'd want to know sooner or later? They seem nosy.
Probably want to know sooner.
Yeah, they seem very nosy.
Okay, I'll go tell them.
Okay, I'll stay back here. I don't want to be a part of that. What?
But it makes it sound like it's a bad idea.
No. It's just your thing to tell your group of very cursed people about all your cursed things. I will stay very far away from it. Thank you.
That makes it. I'm not going to tell them yet. That sounds like a horrible idea.
Okay.
Yes, tell my very cursed friends about all the other wrong things that are going with the curses.
I mean, I don't think you're going to win either way, so.
I'll tell them when we get to Candlekeep. I think they'll feel better.
Oh,
Do you think
please
they'll-
tell her now.
Do you think they'll feel better because they'll be like, "Oh, look, we're finally somewhere safe." Okay. Also, just so you know, necklace is missing.
Okay, I'll tell them. I'll tell them
Okay,
now. I'll
great.
tell them now.
I must still
All right.
stay back there.
Spark
Okay.
will actually, once he sees Eris walking back, approaches like, "Hey, is everything okay? You seem very panicked.
Me panicked.
Did that need shake well?"
You don't
Sorry.
need any roll to determine that Eris is
Passive
fucking
insight.
lying. Yeah.
Eris, you're steaming a lot. Are you okay?
Okay, so, nothing to panic about. That was a really bad way to start that.
Yeah, I certainly say so.
Nephira, I can't find your necklace. It's missing, and I checked your bag, and it's not there. And I checked my bag, and it's not there. And I checked you, and it's not there.
Wait,
Nephira's just
you
immediately
checked?
going to start searching the
Don't ask,
herself.
Spark.
Mark's going through
I
his bag.
conducted a very thorough investigation
Okay,
and
but like, I
concluded
was awake.
that the
so it could've
necklace
been that
is
thorough.
not on the premises.
Wait, let's.
I was awake, so it could have been that thorough. Do you have an idea just how
It
many
couldn't have been that
hidden
thorough.
pockets I have on my person right now? Like, no, trust me, you.
Well,
did
I
not
didn't
listen
check your
thoroughly.
secret pockets. I didn't think that the necklace would get dropped in there.
Nephira is just
But if you
searching
want to check them, by
every
all means.
pocket, in her boots, like just
Spark's
all
gonna
over. It's like looking
lightly
everywhere.
tap
not
her
finding
and give her
grabbing
guidance.
the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Nephira grabs her pack and starts like actually doing a full inventory, thorough check, checking every single crack in that bag.
Yeah. You go ahead and you can roll at advantage and with guidance an investigation check, as I'm assuming everyone is kind of stopped now and like pulled their packs out, and as everyone's looking through their pack, Fisk is like come up and is like, "Wait, did you also look in my bag?" And then he's like looking through his
Well,
stuff.
yeah, of course. I'm kind of surprised y'all didn't like notice that your stuff was
I
all
was,
messed
like-
up. I was like kind of freaking out, so I didn't really put anything back.
All right, and this is
I've
investigation.
already always messed up, so I didn't,
Yeah,
Okay.
investigation.
Yeah, Pip, you're.
16 plus 1.
I
and
think-
you
I
said
think we should
guidance
organize your
of
bag.
a D4.
Hi, I know where everything
Add
is.
a D4.
But I don't know everything.
That's a 1. But that's still.
You
that's
need to
enough
know
for
where
like
everything
a-
is.
Well, if there's necklace goes missing, I need to check if it's in there.
As
But if it's
the-
organized, I won't be able to find
Done.
anything.
As Pip and Eris are arguing about the the organization of his bag, Nephira, you see and you realize why you didn't notice it being in your bag, and why you gather Eris also didn't find it. Before, it was just kind of like placed in your bag. I don't remember if you had wrapped it up or anything.
It was wrapped
think it
up
got
in
wrapped up.
Eris'
It was
days.
wrapped
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
wrapped up.
It was like mage hand wrapped up, and then Eris picked it up and put it in her bag.
And you realize that you didn't notice because there is a kind of a wrapped and tied piece of parchment that is around the outside of this necklace, so it kind of hid it more than what it originally looked like. And as you pull the necklace out, Pip and Eris, you stop arguing to see the necklace come out of Nephira's bag, and you take the note, and you see that it says, "Please keep this on you. It's for your own protection."
Bart's gonna immediately panic and pop a divine sense out of just panic.
Yeah, you do not sense anything.
Sorry.
Guys, I don't know what to do.
Here's a thought. And Spark
Identify it.
picks up the necklace. I chuck this as far away as possible and hope that if it comes back again, we can ask
more
whoever's
info?
doing this questions.
Oh, that's maybe. We can try that. Maybe?
Like, probably not going to do anything, but can I identify the parchment?
Yeah.
Okay. See if it says anything about, like, who wrote it.
Alright.
Spark will, while Pip's identifying... Actually, Spark will wait for Pip to identify the parchment, but he is holding on to the necklace. In one hand, and on the other, on his holy symbol, just quietly trying to seek any form of guidance from his deity.
Can I investigate the note and like see if I notice anything about the handwriting or the ink or the paper?
Do that for investigate the handwriting and stuff.
Yeah, Pip, I will say that you did not get anything from your identify. Also, Spark, as you are holding onto this necklace and your holy symbol, you feel your holy symbol just a little warmer. You don't know what that means, but you feel like your holy symbol
That's
is
a
a little
19.
warmer.
Do I have to roll again for disadvantage? Because of the exhaustion.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
A 12?
Hey, can I... Pip sees them trying to do the investigating. He's gonna join in, and I got a dirty 20.
Cool.
So before I had a 19, now I have a 17.
17, 30, 20.
Dang.
And
at least it was high.
12.
12.
The dice don't want you to investigate.
The dice want me to be bad at investigating. Which is not fair.
Pip and Eris, you're just like looking at it. You're like, I mean, it's handwriting. It's just a short little note. Nephira, you swear that handwriting looks familiar. You can't place it, but you swear it looks very familiar.
Sorry. With the warmth that Spark feels from the holy symbol, is it like
I'm gonna
fire warm or sunlight?
Familiarness.
It's like
familiar in a bad way or familiar in a good way?
Warm.
Fire danger? Cool.
But my insight is...
Thank you for the clarification, because, that could have been read two ways.
Yeah. No, it's more like warning you about something as you are holding this necklace.
Okay. Roll a couple times, and then I modify.
I mean, I can hold on
My
to
insight for the vibe is a 15.
You're not sure one way or another. It's just like you're looking at it, and you're like, I mean, I feel like I've seen that handwriting somewhere, but I mean... Maybe you're just
getting
nervous and
no vibe.
No vibe. Not with the 15.
Spark kind of pauses and is like, I'm getting a sense of warning about this necklace. I'm not sure if I'm being warned against the action I'm thinking of taking, or about the necklace itself.
I mean, I could just
reassuring.
Hold on to it again. I mean, I don't know if it'll just reappear in Nephira's bag, but...
Hopefully you'll have another note if it does. And Spark kind of pauses, looks around the mostly empty trail, I'm guessing, and without trying to hold back his volume, just kind of yells out, next time you move this, how about you stick around so we can talk?
Or at least leave
and hands it back
more
to
information.
Eris is mage handing that, wrapping it up in a little bow and putting it back in her bag. She's going to keep her track record as the only one not cursed. Thank you.
And
y'all are making me... you're aging me. I'm so stressed about the three of you.
Danger... Is the danger sense fading from the holy symbol after he's done this?
As soon as it removes it from your hand, it fades.
And he just quietly thanks his goddess.
While it's being passed around, does Pip notice the letters on it again? Does he get a glimpse of it?
Of the K and L? I mean, yeah, they're etched in the back of the...
Yeah. I just don't know if he, would have, seen it.
Every time I think
Can
kale, I think Kenny Lenny.
If I remember the note that I wrote.
Kenny, the surprise big bad evil guy who we met at the basement.
What were you saying, Pip?
Can I roll history to see if I remember that note that I wrote?
To
my sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. That's a 3013.
I mean, you want to remember the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or anything about it.
You don't need to roll to remember that. You remember
just dream
the name.
stuff, you know.
Yeah.
They remember that.
Unlucky or lucky for you, your dreams seem to stay quite vividly in your mind.
Excellent. You guys have a great memory. Cool.
Did you take you took key mind, didn't you?
Little brain. That possible connection. But not quite say anything just yet.
All right.
Spark's gonna move over when I'm guessing Eris is repacking her bag to just like gently rub her back. It's like, you okay? I mean, as you could be.
Just
given last night.
Don't get cursed, Spark.
I mean, this probably isn't a curse. It's probably just the attention of something we need to deal with.
You say that, and I don't know if that's better.
Hopefully we'll get some answers in Candlekeep of how to make it so that Pip and I don't have bad dreams anymore.
I think we have a lot of things to talk to Savikas about.
But we gotta get through today first.
So as you all kind of pick up from this little pit stop break that you had to panic about something else, you
got 3 things to panic about.
So many things to panic about. So little time.
And we're not even in Avernus yet.
Nope. You see as you kind of walk throughout the day, luckily it's no longer snowing, but there is still quite a lot of snow on the ground. You see that ahead of you there's a path that branches from the road heading to the sea. You see that the post sign on one way says the Way of the Lion, which keeps going straight, and then the other says a little arrow towards Candlekeep. And Fisk is like, well, we should be quite close, I think. Probably be there right around dinner time, which is fantastic. No more rations. That'll be so good. So,
do you have any places to recommend, Fisk?
Well, I mean, there's really only one kind of tavern. It's the Hearth.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good, though, and it's open 24, however many days are in this week. 24 all the time. So they have quite good food.
Nice. Great. Good food.
That's good.
I love food.
Great. It's such a consolation prize, you know?
Yeah. But as you all head towards...
I love the dichotomy of Pip and Spark being fairly nonchalant about this, and Eris and Nephira are like, oh good.
Like someone has to panic for you.
I have to have the anxiety for 2 people.
We're just 3 numb, man.
Yeah.
I am so stressed.
No. Nephira has the anxiety for Spark. Eris has the anxiety for Pip.
Oh no, and Spark.
At
and
the
Nephira.
level of like anxiety and panic where we're just shut down.
Nephira has
can't think anymore.
All of it. Everything. All of it.
But as you walk and it starts to the night sky or the evening starts to come to, you finally see Candlekeep off in the distance. You see these gray walls and pale spires of a time-worn fortress that stands majestically atop a rocky outcropping overlooking the sea. This trail leads straight to it. And as you approach this gatehouse a little ways away from Candlekeep, that is where we are going to end tonight's session. So, hey! One more for the club.
Yeah.
We're still alive! Yay!
Still alive.
Boys.
It's just now gonna be a question of, is Spark and Pip gonna be going to the bad place simultaneously?
The boys going
Sorry.
to the place is just a typical Friday night, okay? That's what it was. It was a Friday night, and
Night out with the guys.
Yep.
this is Friday night with a guy.
Just Spark trying to
Good.
actually get a 1v1 with the original Nightmare, and the
My
original Nightmare being
God.
like, you're immortal and I'm a deity, I'm not bothering.
But yeah, there we go.
Just backhands him onto an obsidian spire. And he's just like, I'll be back for you. And it's just like,
Okay.
Cute.
You want to? All right.